Welcome back to Rocks in My Sandals. I'm Nick. Today we're going to be taking a little bit of a road trip. We are going to beautiful Lubbock, Texas, in West Texas. About 5-hour drive, about 400 miles thereabouts. We're going to visit some friends who we knew from back in San Diego days and go look around town. So we hope to enjoy ourselves and meet up with some old friends. So let's see how that goes. The story of Lubbock, the hub city of the Texas South Plains, is a saga written in red dirt, marked by stubborn persistence and the whisper of the wind, and the transformative power of water and education. It begins not with a single stroke of genius, but with a competitive scramble on the open prairie. In the late 1880s, the vast, semi-arid high plains of West Texas were home to a powerful ranching operation. Civilization came tentatively, often driven by rivalry. The settlement we know as Lubbock was born from the merger of two small competing towns. Old Lubbock, named after Colonel Thomas Lubbock, a Confederate officer, and the nearby community of Monterey. In 1890, the two groups struck a deal, consolidating their resources and establishing the new county seat on a centrally agreed-upon tract of land. Lubbock was a ranching service town. Cowmen drove their herds through, and businesses catered to the rugged life of the open range. The landscape was flat. The weather was unpredictable, and the future depended entirely on a single crucial resource, the ability to tap the deep reserves of the Ogallala Aquifer. The railroad finally arrived in 1909, linking Lubbock to the wider world. The advent of the railroad and the revolutionary use of deep well irrigation systems turned Lubbock from a cattle town into the undisputed capital of cotton. Farmers discovered that the region's long, hot summers were perfect for the crop, and the sandy loam of the South Plains, when watered, yielded bountiful harvests. Cotton quickly became king, driving massive population and economic growth. Lubbock became the primary shipping and processing point for one of the largest contiguous cotton-growing areas in the world. However, the defining moment that guaranteed Lubbock's long-term stability was the founding of Texas Technical College in 1923, later Texas Tech University. Go Red Raiders! The establishment of this major state institution secured a permanent intellectual and economic anchor for the city, diversifying it far beyond the fortunes of agriculture. The institution grew alongside the city, providing a stream of engineers, educators, and doctors, paving the way for the next phase of development. We stayed at the Hotel Elegante in downtown Lubbock and steps away from the Tornado Memorial. Our hotel was nice but needed a remodel. You just can't paint and expect it to brighten an old interior. The hotel's sales pitch was that they had the comfiest beds on the planet. I will say, the beds were pretty comfy. World War II brought aviation to Lubbock. Gliders were used extensively in the invasion of Europe, and many pilots and crews were trained in Lubbock. The Silent Wings Museum showcases this little-known but important element of the Allies' invasion of Europe. The former South Plains Army Airfield site, now the Lubbock Municipal Airport, where 80% of the pilots were trained, opened the Silent Wings Museum with the restored Waco CG-4A glider as a centerpiece of their exhibits. The post-war boom solidified Lubbock's status as a regional medical and retail center. It survived major setbacks, most notably the devastating Lubbock tornado of 1970, a disaster that tore through the heart of the downtown. May 11th, 1970 was devastating for Lubbock. An F5 dual tornado which ravaged much of downtown and wiped out the Guadalupe neighborhood killed 26 and injured over 1,500. The path of the Lubbock tornado was the subject of a detailed mapping carried out by Ted Fujita. It was described as the most detailed mapping ever done up to that time of the path of a single tornado, becoming a seminal work in understanding the relationship between tornado subvortices and extreme damage. The degrees of damage wrought by the tornado also became the basis of the 6 tiers of the Fujita tornado scale, which served as the standard for classifying tornadoes until it was superseded by the enhanced Fujita scale in 2007. The memorial includes 2 flowing black granite-clad walls representing the 2 paths of the tornadoes. The community responded with resilience, clearing the rubble and engaging in significant urban renewal projects that ultimately modernized the downtown area. Lubbock is also famous for the birthplace of rock and roll pioneer Buddy Holly. The Buddy Holly Center and the Walk of Fame honor his legacy and that of other West Texas musicians. Early on February 3rd, 1959, his plane crashed shortly after takeoff, killing Holly, Richie Valens, J.P. the Big Bopper Richardson, and the pilot Roger Peterson. Buddy Holly was 22 years old. This event is known as the Day the Music Died, as popularized by Don McLean's song American Pie. And let's not forget a Lubbock icon, the prairie dog. Lubbock saw fit to honor the prairie dog with their own park and preserve. The cute little devils are everywhere around town, and the ones at the park look really well fed. Our guests learned that they love broccoli, so we scored some and fed them as we watched. And there were the meals we had. Dinner was at Brian's Steakhouse. Great steak and came with a baked potato and amazing salad bar. Reminded me of the old Pinnacle Peak in Santee, California without the hanging ties. Lunch was Triple J's Chop House. Huge menu, large portions. Breakfast was Lubbock's Breakfast House and Grill. Old-style restaurant feel with big portions and lots of coffee to fuel our trip home. Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center has transformed the city into a medical destination for the South Plains. While cotton remains a vital part of Lubbock's identity, the economy is diversified into manufacturing, technology, and energy sectors, including the wind farms that dot the horizon. From its humble beginnings as a dusty crossroad, Lubbock has demonstrated a relentless ability to adapt, first by harnessing water, then by investing in education, and finally by rebuilding and diversifying. It remains a vital economic and cultural engine of West Texas, a testament to the pioneering spirit of its founders.
Well, we made it back. Really long trip. It seemed to be longer coming back than going. But we had a good time. We met some fun people. We saw some interesting things and ate some pretty good food, which is always a good thing on a road trip. So we'll see you on down the road. Thanks for watching. And thanks for watching Rocks in My Sandals. Take care.